So let's try this one more time. Try this one more time. I think we might have it this time, y'all. Let's see. This time, y'all. Let's see. Oh, this time, y'all. Okay. Let's see. Okay, period. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So y'all can see me, hear me, understand me, feel me. Okay, y'all. So this is your girl, Nurse Brook from Brook Talks channel here on YouTube. Okay, so I have been busting my ass for the past 2 hours trying to figure out OBS Studio. Okay, I just be doing shit off the fly and off of a whim. And usually I did a whole live on here about that time 2 hours ago, and I thought that I was connected, child. Just thought I could just turn my little Pocket 3 on and connect it to YouTube and we was gonna be live. And baby, there was nothing. There was no transmission, there was no video, there was no audio. There was not a damn thing. Okay. So I have been trying to figure this out. This part of the tech world is not my expertise, getting into OBS and adding these scenes and sources and all of this, child. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Hopefully we are here. So if you are new, welcome in. This is an impromptu space sometimes. This channel was started in January of this year. And I just started a new travel nurse assignment today in St. Louis. I left North Carolina over the weekend with my dog and my tarantula and a few of my plants, and my car packed up, and we drove to St. Louis. So we are now here. Life updates. So first of all, many who may know, may not know, who knows, I am a registered nurse. I have been a registered nurse for 12 long years, baby. 12 long years, okay? I've been holding down the fort for 12 years. During that time, I have done a lot of things in my career. I have my master's degree in nursing education, and I have done a lot of things with it. And I feel like even just doing this channel is just a reflection of like some of my educational skills that I have gathered over the years. So I have taught nursing school, and I have been like an education specialist, professional development specialist for some pretty top university hospitals. So that's just not for me. I don't want to do those things in that capacity. Travel nursing allows me to be flexible in my life. It allows me to come and go, you know, as I please. I can take time off. I just took a month and a half break from working. And so, it's given me a little bit of time to actually, I'm gonna get the screen. I think, let me see what screen we sharing, child. Okay, we good. So I wanted to make sure that I got on here and just gave an update about the whole travel nursing journey. I've been doing it on and off for years. I do take breaks in between, is what I was saying. Those breaks are important. It gives me a lot of introspection. It helps me to figure out if I'm good with saving my money or not. And typically I have not been. I did not think that I would be off as long as I was. And I have enjoyed it. I have done a little bit of UGC collaborations, maybe small but mighty, and it's money that I would possibly not have had. So UGC is definitely something that I just got into this year, and I will be sharing that journey on here, and I have been sharing a little bit of it on my personal accounts and personal, pages. So with the whole travel nursing assignment in St. Louis, I just wanted to do something different. Like, I've been in North Carolina for about 2.5 years. Our family has been going through a lot with someone very close to us, going through some health issues. So I have been home to be close and be a part of that. Um, So coming to St. Louis at this time was very difficult for me to do so, but I did it. And I'm glad that I did. I had a lot of reservations. I was nervous. I was like, didn't know what to expect. Like, I haven't done this before. I have done it many times, but in this way, to this extent, taking my animals with me and stuff like that, that's always hard. That's always very difficult in the middle of running my plant business. So check out my links on that, my plant business, my little digital marketing things that I have been doing. It's been taking a toll on, just time and time management and managing time with family, friends, and so on and so forth. So today I had my first orientation day. It was like a general agency nurse orientation. So I was able to kind of like, meet some of the other agency nurses that were going to be working or, working in my area or
Nurses that were going to
just
be
new in general. Oh Lord, I ain't mean to do that. Working in general, working on the floor, working on my floor. I may see them in passing and it's just like a familiar face that you'll see, um, you know, in a hospital. We had modules to do. As always, as a travel nurse, you are never going to get away from modules. Excuse me, it's like cold in here. You're probably going to hear my little heater because I had to turn the heat up. But a lot of times you're going to have modules. Before I got here, I had to do about 50 modules or so. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I feel like I haven't done this many modules in a while. And then on top of that, you think you're done. You think you've done all the modules that you need to do. You Everything's done. You crossed all your T's and dotted all your I's. And then when you get here and you get to the class, you got 50 more. You got 50 more. Drop and give me 50 more. Okay. And I'm just like, my 35-year-old brain, which is actually probably 50 in nursing years, right? I'm just sitting there like, blank stare. And it's so routine. It's the same shit over and over and over and over. But I'm over it. At this point, I'm over it. But I'm doing this so that I can take a little bit longer of a break, maybe 2 months next time, or maybe another month. But that is always my goal, is to be able to take at least 1 month off in between my contracts to rest, recoup, get my content together, plan, spend time with family, travel if that's within the budget. And then I go on to my next adventure. Give you time to get your stuff together, child, self-care. Just going straight into another assignment, those days are kind of long gone, unless I'm extending. If I really, really like it here, it's possible that I'll extend. Who knows? But I don't know that yet. Um, Outside of that, the orientation was good. The hospital is huge. I am going to have a huge culture shock with adapting to a large hospital system again, because I have worked in many huge hospital systems over my career, many huge university teaching hospitals. And so it's not a new concept, but it's just like the last contract I was on was more of like a rural, suburban type of area hospital. So it's smaller. It's not 10,000 different parking decks. You have to figure out what fucking parking deck to go to what building and what unit you're on. And it's a lot to take in. In addition to that, you got to pay for parking. You got to pay monthly for parking here. And although, yes, I do and will, absolutely will get reimbursed by my travel nursing agency. Matter of fact, when we get off here, I need to be filling that reimbursement form out, because there's several things that need to be on the reimbursement form. Like the parking thing, they already told me that, and they already said, hey, yes, you will be reimbursed X amount of dollars for the parking. Thankfully, shout out to the traffic folk, that they only charge on, like, it's either at the beginning of the month or the end of the month for that next month. So They did not charge me for the remainder of March, thankfully. So I got the rest of March pretty much free, and then I paid for the April um, parking. I still don't know what parking deck I'm supposed to go to. I probably should go out there tomorrow sometimes, maybe like early morning, and like go look for the parking deck that I'm supposed to go to, and then try to figure out from there. Because not only do I have to find my parking deck that I'm designated to, that I paid my parking thing for, you have to get on a shuttle from there for the shuttle to bring you to the main hospital campus. And I'm going to be on the float pool. I mentioned in the video that didn't make it up here because I was talking to my damn self. But I'm in the float pool. I have not been in a float pool in a while. So what that means to non-nurses and non-healthcare, float pool is I'm going to be on a different shift every shift. I'm going to be on a different floor every shift for the most part. I could be here today, here tomorrow, and there the next day. And I don't mind that. With my skills and the confidence that I have as a nurse, I just got to figure out, the little policy nuances and the where things are nuances, and figure out who gonna help a sister out, who ain't nuances. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So once I figured those things out, I think that we gonna have something worth looking at. Okay. Um, I'm trying to get these stream settings together, child, because I got this shit on private. Hopefully, it is going to show for y'all, because I don't even know, child. Hopefully, it's going to show as public. Watch, why did I start streaming 12 minutes ago? Because I promise you, I have no idea. No clue. Um, It has been a very interesting transition. It's a lot getting to a travel nurse assignment, and I can go do a video and break down things into detail as to, what it takes before, during, and after a travel nursing assignment. I've been doing it a long time, in addition to other career ventures that I've done. So I can definitely do a video on that. Y'all just have to let me know. But otherwise, you know, it's nothing too serious about. It is very serious being a travel nurse and doing all the things, and making sure you go into an area that you can feel safe and be safe as a woman, be safe as a Black woman. Um, I did bring my Ring camera with me, my own Ring camera, even though the Airbnb that I'm in is well lit. There's like cameras everywhere, all around this building, inside and out. And I have my pew pews with me. Because you just never know. I'm a country girl or not, have a pew pew. Go to the class, get your concealed carry license, learn how to use it, just basic setup and usage, safety, going to the range and practicing with it, whatever you need to do to feel safe and confident with that. It needs to be done, because these are some weird times that we are living in, and you just can't trust anything anybody says or does. You cannot go out into the world and just think that nothing is going to happen to you. Hope and pray that nothing does. But realistically, it's some weirdos out here, and we just have to protect ourselves. And I know that is a huge thing that's like a factor when it comes to like my family and, like my mom. And like, I know that they worry about a lot of the things that I get myself into and that we do. But when you're an adult, and when your kids are adults, you kind of have to give them the best that you can give, as far as telling them about the world and the cruel things of the world. giving them the absolute best education that you can give them, and just keep guiding them as they go through life. But, people are going to absolutely live their lives, and there's so much of this world to see. There's no reason to, limit yourself because of fear, but because of that fear, it is important to keep yourself safe. Okay? So, all of that rambling to say, we are about to do something a little different today. I definitely want to get into um I want to get into something different, digital marketing today. And it's not so much as digital marketing. I want to show you how to make your own like music. It is AI generated. So if that's something that you're not into, or you don't want to be open-minded about, then just keep on rolling and scrolling. That's fine. But it is not to, just do everything AI, because everything that I do is not AI. I mean, I'm here on a channel talking live and doing videos and doing commentary and things like that. And that, none of that stuff is AI. But whenever you start to, learn different methods of, earning money, and different methods of being creative, elevating your page with your own, created items, AI or not, I use a platform. It's an app, or you can use it on the computer, which is what we'll do here today. And it is going to help you not only to elevate your YouTube channel, elevate your content on across your platforms. Um, it could also become a way for you to monetize digitally, make money online. And so we'll talk about a few of those things, and, kind of what that could look like. I've already kind of started this process. I started it actually a good ways last year. And so I actually had some time during this month and a half off of fun employment. I had some time to kind of play around with it a little bit. So the app that we are going to look into today is, I'm going to share my screen here. It is going to be Suno. So, oh Lord. Okay. So it's Suno. So Suno is an application that you can use to create AI generated music. Um, there is a free plan. You absolutely do not have to purchase a pro, or extended plan. That's not a requirement. But of course, if you do choose to use the free plan, then the music and things like that you make on that, you will not own those commercial rights to use that to make money, or, what have you. So that's just up to your discretion on if you want to get a free account or if you want to get a pro account. That's kind of up to you how you want to go about doing that. But look into it. I already have a page, so I'm not going to go through setting it up. It's just like any other setup. You go through, select if you want the free account, select if you want the advanced or the more advanced accounts. They tell you what you get with those things. Put your email in, and then you start setting your profile up. So this is actually under my Sookie Pink, just kind of like, it's not alter ego or anything like that. It's not anybody that I want to be or look like. I just wanted to create like a character that I could use in the AI space if need be. Um, the whole faceless marketing thing, I just was kind of delving into it, and I've honestly created a whole world for this character, Sookie Pink. So let me tell you a little bit about Sookie Pink. So Sookie Pink is a is an Afro Caribbean woman who is also a music artist. She's an AI music artist. She has music that is streaming right now on all streaming platforms. Yes, YouTube Music, Facebook Music, Apple Music, um, iTunes, Spotify, even some of your Roblox and Snapchat music, it is on there as well, and so many other music streaming sites. She is an artist on those sites. Now, that part of it, I chose to do that just after a little bit more research, and it was honestly just to see, just to experiment, just to see what could happen with that. And Suki is getting some followers. She's getting some followers on Spotify. That's like the main streaming app that I actually like go in and like hone in on and look and see who's following and not following, listening and stuff like that. And she's got some followers, and I think that's cool. So she has monthly listeners that listen to her music. Suno is the app that you create the music, you name the music, you can house the music, but Suno does not distribute your music to these streaming platforms. So we'll get to that later. So Suki, again, she has her own pages, her own social media. Like she has Instagram, she has TikTok, she has X. She has. I also have a Patreon that I'm working on and creating to do like exclusive content, like kind of spicy stuff, like not like X-rated stuff per se, but like more spicy content with her that I have figured out and concocted. So I will be dropping that Patreon soon-ish. So we're getting back to that later. But Suno is where I create the music. Now, if I'm just doing some music that I just want to put on the background of my content, for example, or I'm just doing a song that I want to make play as my YouTube video intros and outros for my podcast channel, then I could just go into Chat GPT or Claude or whatever, Gemini, whatever AI generative resource you use or have heard about. They all kind of do the same thing in one way or another. Um, I used Chat GPT at the time, so that's what I'll use just for this demonstration because that's what I used at the time. So this is my disclaimer about using ChatGPT. There are just some things that you do not need to copy and paste directly from ChatGPT. I don't really condone that. Um, there's of course a lot of people out here who have major issues with Chat GPT and, the AI generative. And I get it. I really do. Like, as a nurse, trust me, I really and truly do get it. However, this is where we are. This is probably never going to go away. And I know that there are some people out here that have, spent a lot of time doing things with AI that is just absolutely just way out there. But sometimes it's good to have an open mind because a lot of the things that you're using on an everyday basis is AI. You may not be going in per se in a lot of people's cases and like doing, making it come up, making the AI generate something per se, but you kind of are, at this point, it's all over Google. Google is hugely AI. A lot of these tech companies are hugely AI. Financial companies, hugely AI. Research, cartoons, some songs and music. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. A lot of applications that you use in everyday life use some type of generative AI or some type of artificial intelligence to make your life a little bit easier. So all of that to say, do it, use it, allow it to help amplify your style or your creation. Some people are terrible with, grammatics and things like that. That is perfect for that. I always go in and edit or switch it up, make it, tailor and custom to me and my voice. So, with that being said, let's make sure we're sharing my screen again here. So, we're going to just go through doing a song. I'm going to do it very simple. I'm probably going to copy and paste this just because for a time constraint, because I do have other stuff that I'm going to do this evening. So I'm going to get off of here very soon. But I wanted to put this up here. I wanted to do this video. I've been wanting to do it for a while. I just never figured out how to use this streaming shit, this OBS shit. So what you see here, this is just my chat GPT. And this is I already pre-put in what I wanted to do. So we're just pretty much going to make like a song. This is a prompt that we're putting into Suno. You pretty much tell it what you want to do. You know what you want to do. You know what kind of music you want to make. You know if you want to make a gamer song or you want to make something for your YouTube channel to put onto your YouTube graphics. If you want to make it for some TikTok videos, those types of things, you can create that, put it into your AI, tool and let it come up with these prompts for you. Don't think too hard. Again, and whenever I'm making songs for Sookie Pink, I don't just copy and paste these prompts, and I don't just strictly copy and paste the lyrics and things like that of the song. I do switch it up. I do change it. I make it again sound more like me and like what I would say. And again, it is a character. It's not me behind, that face, but I am the creator. So I do still incorporate that character's like, personality and characteristics about her that I would think would go into the songs and music, but it also is a reflection of like my inner thoughts. So let's copy and paste this prompt that we're going to use to create a song. So two things with Suno. So this is just my like homepage. You're going to see featured songs and I can select those featured songs that I put up here for people to see. This is for people who have a Suno account. Like they can go in, you can see I got 106 plays, a couple likes. This is just a landing page. This is not anything that I'm using to like monetize on or anything. This is just where I create the music. I download the WAV 4 files, or MP3 or whatever it is that, whatever download type you want to use, you do that from here. You can name the song from here. You can add the lyrics, and it's just things that people who use Suno can come to look at, and so on and so forth. You can publish songs that you create, and then you can have some songs that are not published. So I will go down here to my library and show y'all what I mean. So I have songs that are not published. So you'll see the songs that say published with the little white here, they're published. So they're published on my Suno, not distributed to the streaming platforms. It is published on my Suno atmosphere, my Suno environment. And so people who come to my page, they follow it, they see it, or they, come across my songs, it's published and they can see it. So some of these songs are not published. You won't see a published sign like this one beside those. So these are not published, meaning that they're only visible to me. The songs are created, but excuse me, they're only visible to me. So I was just doing some different things, working on some stuff. So I have different little songs just for different things, okay? And that's the fun of this is that you can have it for different stuff. So as of right now, let's just show like what's public and what's published. All of these songs that I have published here they are actually on my DistroKid distribution account. So they are distributed to the streaming platforms, the music platforms, the YouTubes, the Facebook, the Snapchats, the Roblox, the Apple Music, the Apple TV, the Amazon Music, Spotify, all of those things. That's where you'll see if you search Sookie Pink or search the name of any of these songs, then they will come up. They're not going to come up more than likely in top search results because have been playing around with this. It's some of the songs actually sound okay. So I'll let y'all hear those in a little bit. Going back to, so these are just, you have your filters, you can filter your songs, stuff like that, newest, things that people have liked or disliked, public, so on and so forth. So importantly here is where we're going to actually create a song. It is so quick. It takes literally no time to make. So you have options. You have simple, which is literally like you're just making a simple song. Like it literally, there's not much lyrics. There's not a lot of dialogue or singing in it. It's mostly just, audio. It's mostly just sounds. It's music, instrumental. And you can select instrumental here. But even if you just use the simple, it may put in, like some hums or, some little words here and there, but it will widely be instrumental. It won't be, now advanced, that's where we get lyrics and we put styles in, we can put your song titles and stuff like that. But right now, and it looks like they have a new feature. I don't remember this feature being on here when I created a song like a couple of weeks ago. So it looks like you can put in a prompt for sounds and sound effects. So that's really good for creators. You can put sound effects, your own custom sound effects, and have, your AI to generate sound effects descriptions and then create that sound effect right here in the Suno application. So simple. All we're going to do right now, I'm going to paste the song description that we had here. And then you can say audio, or you can add your own audio or lyrics if you want to do that. You can click just instrumental, or you can leave that blank. And let's just see what it does on this setting. We're just going to see what it looks like on this setting right here. So it doesn't take long. You'll see the buffer here. It's telling you that it is working. It is creating your song. Then you start to see them pop up. The view is a little bit different when you're in your phone. You absolutely can do Suno from your phone. That's honestly where I started. I started on my phone first, and then I transfer over to the laptop. So it looks like we have our songs are almost done here. If it's on your phone, typically it'll give you a notification and say, your songs are ready to listen to. Also, didn't mention, it automatically creates two options, two versions of the song. It's the same song with the same song description. Even if we had added lyrics, which we'll do in a minute. You add lyrics, it's the same exact song. You just get two versions. You get two different versions of that same song, same lyrics, same style. So it is still going here. I may be able to play it. Okay, yeah. So it is playable. So this is the first version. And again, I do have a pro plan. I think it's like $8. So you may not see all of these exact features on, the free plan. So just keep that in mind. Okay. So this is just general music. You could create a YouTube sound page where you're just playing soft lo-fi music, study music page. That's just a little way that you could potentially monetize outside of like putting it on a distribution, website and having your music distributed like an artist. So this is what I mean right here, where you hear like the little ad libs. It's not really like a full-blown song where you have like, full-blown lyrics and, strict wording. It's just kind of like humming or saying a little something, so you can hear that. So that right there. So that's that version. This is the second version, and this is a lo-fi It is an upbeat lo-fi track, and that's kind of what the description gave us. So this is what it's giving us. Okay, so that was that. Let me look here. Take me through that. Take me through that. Take me through that. Take me through that. Um, yeah, I'm trying to. Okay, I don't know. Um, so back to this. Okay, so next thing is okay. So let's do a song with lyrics. So this is the prompt. Okay, so let me go back to Suno. So we're going to go over to advanced. So we need the lyrics. So we go back to the lyrics. And again, please do not copy and paste the lyrics. Please use this moment to be creative, put your own umph into it, your own personality into it, and just, make it as yours as you possibly can with generative AI. So we have placed the lyrics in there. So with the advanced mode, now we're going to put a song style. So this is pretty much how you want that song to sound. So we're going to say, so now we need a song style description for this. So the song style, so it's still literally the same thing. So we'll just use the alternative style because we used that other one the first time. So we'll actually copy and paste it. Again, please don't copy and paste. Also, another important thing. Oh, let's go back for a second here. Let's go back. So another important thing to keep in mind is that in order to help keep the intellectual rights and, you know, these artists to have ownership and keep their rights so people are not using their songs for their likeness and copying and duplicating, sounds, lyrics, titles, artist names. So if there are any descriptions, whether it's in the lyrics or whether it is in the style that mentions a known celebrity who has copyrighted and commercialized music out, it will not allow you to make that song. So even if in the style, oh, I want it to sound like Doja Cat, for example, or I want it to sound like Summer Walker, it will not allow you to go forth with that song. So just another tidbit of information that you may not know. Don't go into it and be like, oh, I'm going to make me some songs that sound like Summer Walker because Suno's going to shut your ass down. Okay? Just keep that in mind. So back to the style. We already have it here. We copied and pasted. So you have more options. And then is the voice, vocal gender is female. Well, let's just say female at the moment. You also can go in like in your description. Whenever you get the style description from your AI, you can say, I want it to have a Caribbean flair, a Caribbean tone, or a reggaeton, or a soca, or, an Afro beats type of vibe. You can kind of do that so that you can get a particular type of sound that you want to get. But again, you cannot put a name of anything that is intellectual property of any other artist or producer or what have you. So this gives your voice gender, female. And again, these are advanced options. I don't believe you get these with the free plan, but don't quote me on that. You might, don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. So lyrics mode, manual, auto, and then weirdness and style influence. And this is just for you to shape how you want this to go. As far as weirdness mean, do you want it to be completely different from what you have put into the boxes? Do you want them to just kind of come up with their own shit from what you put in there and it kind of goes a little bit different from what you had planned for? Just to see. Sometimes I do it and sometimes it comes out good. Sometimes it doesn't. The style influence, this is how much or how less you want that style influence that you copied and pasted, but we're not going to copy and paste everything. We're not going to do that. That is how much you want that to mimic that style influence. Or can we kind of go up a little bit on, or can we kind of scale back on it a little bit? That's pretty much what these advanced options are talking about. Song option, let's just say lo-fi baddie. I don't know. So then we're going to click create. So we're going to get a song that has lyrics, that has style, that has all of the things. And it's going to give us the two options again. It's again, usually pretty quick. So let's see if it's ready. Hey, it sounds like it's ready. That was quick. That was like seconds. What? Okay, so lo-fi baddie. Let's listen to the first one.
New city lights, I'm driving through the night. Back my whole life in the back, yeah, it feels right. Fresh start energy, I'm stepping on faith. New badge, new floor, new place I gotta chase. They don't tell you how it feels to restart, be the new face, but still play your part. Heartbeat steady, yeah, I'm built for this. Long shifts, deep breaths, I persist. Late nights, early mornings, I'm alive. Growing through it, I'm evolving every time.
Okay, so I mean, okay, we didn't put too much effort into this. We didn't tweak it too much. We didn't do any of that. So this is just a bare minimum with no creativity, just copying and pasting. That was pretty good for that, I feel like. So this is the second version of that same song, same lyrics. We're going to get the mic out.
New city lights, I'm driving through the night. Pack my whole life in the back, yeah, it feels right. Fresh start energy, I'm stepping on faith. New badge, new floor, new place I gotta chase. They don't tell you how it feels to restart, be the new face, but still play a part. Heartbeat steady, yeah, I'm built for this. Long shifts, deep breaths, I persist. Yeah, late nights, early mornings, I'm aligned. Growing through it, I'm evolving every time. From survival into something I design. Yeah, this life is really mine. I'm building something bigger than a moment. Every step I take, I own it. From the ground up, yeah, I grow it. Watch me turn my life to gold. New roots in every place I go. Planting seeds and letting go.
Okay, what y'all think? What y'all think? Oh, I mean, I think it's all right for what it is. I think it's all right, and that's the beauty of it. You never know what you're gonna get, but most of the time it comes out pretty decent. Like when I go in, I change it to what I want it to sound like, what I want the words to say. I change the lyrics up, I change the style description up. So it usually comes out the way that I would like for it to come out. So at that point, so we gonna just say that we like the second version better, okay? And at this point, these are not published. This is only for you. This is you on your back end of your Suno account. This is your music over here. We haven't done anything with it. The Suno public don't know nothing about it, okay? So what I always typically do after I create a song, and if let's just say that I'm going to actually package this song up and use it in Canva or use it on I'm going to create my YouTube podcast intro and outro and things like that. You're going to download the song. So we don't necessarily need to publish this on Suno if we're using it for those reasons. So unless you wanted to. But then you click over here to download, and then you have the option, the video option, the WAV option, the WAV audio, and then MP3. MP3 is just audio. So you're not, in this case, if you're going to have a video associated with it, then that wouldn't download as a video. It would just be audio. So the WAV4, is audio, video. That is the best option. But as of right now, we're not worried about that. I mean, it is audio, but we are not downloading it right now. If we wanted to download it, these are your two best options. The pro, the WAV4 is a pro option. So the MP3 is downloadable on the free option. The WAV4 audio, obviously that's a better option for you. So let's just do it just so you see how it's done. So this is a WAV4 audio. We're going to download it. And so you have the name here that we named it, and it's going to be .wave, and then you're going to download the file. And then it's going to come up there, and then it's going to go to the music area on my computer. Okay, so you just go to that, open it up just like any other file like you typically would. Now, again, before I publish any song, again, just on my Suno app workspace for other creators on Suno to see, or other listeners on Suno to see. I go in and I edit the information under the song, meaning song details. So we're not publishing yet. You have lots of different options here. You can play with them, do all of that, but we're not doing all that in this video today. So song details is what I go to. You can create your own artwork. For my songs that I publish on streaming platforms and distribute it, I did create my own art, music art, cover art. They do have an AI version of that in here. You can animate it and do that just if you're starting out. You can do it like that. You can generate cover art. You can upload your own cover art that you choose to create. So we already have the song title here. If you want to change it at this time, you can. You can change it to something else. Caption. For the caption, I always add like the song description, like the song style. So I just make it a little bit more fun. I don't just copy and paste just the same exact thing that I put. I just make it a little bit more fun, describing what this song is for. This is for the lo-fi baddies, da 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 da, blah blah blah. So I put a little blurb here about the song. And then it has like, the style summary here. Now, edit display lyrics. So whenever you put your lyrics in when you created the song, those lyrics will come back up here automatically. And what I always go in and do, if it has these parentheses and has, chorus, pre-chorus, stuff like that, hook, I go in and take those things out. And this is, again, before if I'm publishing it to the public. You want things to look clean. You want it to look professional. So I always go in and I just take that stuff out. And then whenever I do use DistroKid for my distribution, then I literally can just go in here and copy and paste it, because DistroKid does not allow you to have parentheses, punctuation, any of that inside of their lyric system. Okay. When you see lyrics on Amazon, Amazon. When you see lyrics on like Spotify or like Apple Music, those lyrics are because that creator or that producer or what have you, that writer submitted those lyrics to that distribution company. Those lyrics got just, submitted. They time sync the lyrics. I can time sync some of the lyrics to the songs where it lights up as you go. And again, that's if you're doing a little bit more serious music. If you really are trying to distribute music publicly and like be like a little, an artist, you can do that. Suno also allows for you to like enhance your own music. So if you are a musician, if you are an artist, if you are a singer, if you are a rapper, you can incorporate those vocals and those sounds into Suno and enhance your songs. And it be you, your voice, your music, your ideas. So though I don't do that, I'm not a singer. I'm not, I mean, I can sing a little bit, but I'm not like a professional artist. I'm not a professional singer. I'm not, someone who's trying to do this professionally to make no professional bread. It's just something fun to do on the side, and monetizing with it. Why not? You know? So that's what this stuff is. You have more options, all that jazz that you can go in, cancel, and I'm going to save it. But it's still not published. You still have to go in and publish it. It's still not published. You go in and look at the visibility, share it. You can share the link to it, all those things. Those are all of your options with Suno. So going back to my published songs, let's go to my library and go back to public. So these are songs that I have on my Spotify page. That's Sookie Pink. Um, these songs can be streamed. I don't know what else to tell you. I'll show you. Actually, I can show you here. I can pull it up a little bit easier on my phone. So we have Sookie Pink literally as an artist on Spotify. Yeah, I was playing. She's on Spotify. She's on Apple Music. She all the things I've been naming. So this is her. This is her page. This is her artist page. It has the photo of her that I created. This is her. Like, I have a consistent character. I use Hicksfield AI for that. So that's a totally different video for another time. But I use that. It has like her following, her monthly listeners. Looks like she has about 8 or 10 public listeners right now, child. But it's cool. I think that's dope. I personally think that is pretty cool. So it just like your favorite artists, like they have their discography, they have like if they have any videos up there, they have new releases, photos that the artist puts up there. So all of those things are there. And I have on here that she is a digital baddie. She is AI. That's not is not anything trying to, trick nobody or anything. Like, people know that she is an AI character. I very much so made that clear. It says that Sookie Pink is a registered artist. This artist has a claimed profile in Spotify for artists. So I always thought that was pretty cool. Um so let's listen to, and I was listening to some of my, like, just my regular music outside of this, and like one of the songs popped up and I was like, yeah, because I listened to it. Okay, so I'm gonna come back to my main. Oh, I didn't even have this displayed the whole time, child. Um, so I guess I didn't show y'all. So let me go back real quick. So whenever you have like the song details, you click here on the song, you edit the details, you can edit the artwork, you can generate new artwork. You can add the caption here, the description. This is the edited lyrics. And what I was saying, I deleted like the little hook and, verse and chorus and all that. I deleted all of that from the lyrics so that you can easily see. That's the version that when you distribute songs, this is the version that they actually like, that does not have a bunch of parentheses and things, on it. So that's that. So I was going to show y'all my public and published music. I don't know if I even showed y'all how to download it because I was bullshitting. So let's try that. We're going to do a different song. So you just click on the 3 dots beside it. And then we're going to download it. This is what I was saying about a Wave 4. That's a pro option, or the Wave audio. I keep saying Wave 4. MP3 audio. That's just the basic. So we're going to download a Wave audio. The name of that song is going to come up here. It's pretty much whatever you named it when you created it. You can change that name in those options of song details. So you can change that name before you do this download so that it's changed. Then we would download that file. Has to upload the screen first, download the file. The file will save to your music. Okay. So I had to go back through that because I was not on the right screen. I just looked at my OBS and I was not on the right screen. So yes. Okay. So public songs. Again, these are on Spotify. So these are here distributed via DistroKid. I'm not gonna go through all the ins and outs of DistroKid in this video, but I will at some point, but I'll just touch on it lightly. These are the songs that I created. So this song is called Pink. Okay, and it's published. It is a song. It is out there. Let's listen to it. Let's listen to it.
She a soft little secret with a whole lot of heat. Pretty innocent, I got that rhythm and beat. Sugar on the surface, but the power run deep. Every queen knows what she hold, that's elite. She the pose, she the magic, that feminine fire. Make a whole world stop when she rise a little high. If you ever felt her energy, you know what I mean. The sweet little one that's sitting cozy in pink. Let me talk my talk, this a hymn to the throne. She the softest little blessing you could ever call home. Warm like a sunrise, smooth like a hum. A pretty little tempo that can't be outdone. She flex when she needs to, relax on cue. Built from the blueprint only women run through. Sensitive and brilliant with a mind of her own. Quiet but she carry every queen fully grown. Little foes, big power, she don't gotta be loud. She the hush in the room that still captivate a crowd. Built like a miracle, soft but she's strong. If you follow her rhythm.
Okay, so that was that one. I also want to let y'all hear a little bit of another, but I don't know how to get back, so we'll go back. So another one. So I actually made a music video for her with this song. So we have an actual music video for this one that is on her YouTube page. What kind of fuzz on me? Dog hair?
Come here, baby, let me taste your fear. I want your face anyway I pull you near. I'm sweet on the surface, dirty inside. I'll ruin your body with a velvet glide. Grip my waist while I bend you low. I like your breath shaky when you lose control. Step into my hands if you crave that pressure. This ain't romance, baby, it's a dangerous encounter. Lay back, let your mind go numb. I'll ride you slow till your legs go numb. I'll kiss your neck, then grab your hair. Make you drown in pussy while you gasp for air. I'm soft at first, then I turn real mean. Switch up the rhythm, keep your slate clean. I'll make you shake with just one grind. Have you begging out loud while I take my time. You think you're ready for a cosmic freak? I'll have you folded in by the end of the week. Touch my hips and I'll take the lead. I fuck like a queen with a hunger and need.
Yeah, the cup too.
I fuck like a queen with a hunger and need. I'm a nasty little goddess with a mouth that bites. I'll fuck you so loud under pink eclipse lights. Sit on your face till you lose your breath.
Girl. Okay, so it's many different many a thing that you can do with Suno and creating your music, getting your commercial right so that you can, what I'm saying, distribute and actually be an artist. I mean, it's an AI artist nonetheless, but there are still opportunities for doing it, even if it's just for fun. Okay. I actually go and listen to my intro and my outro for my YouTube channel. Though that song I created with Suno. and I uploaded it to my video, and the artwork that I created, and did it in CapCut. Okay, so well, let me quit lying. I didn't do it all in CapCut. I did do some of it in Canva. Like there are some audio things that I like better with Canva, then there's some audio things and stitching together things that I like with CapCut. So sometimes it's either or, whichever one's working for me at that time. So, um, what else? Oh, DistroKid. So before I share my screen, this brings me back to the ways that you can kind of monetize or kind of, make a business ish or another stream of, not necessarily make a business, but make another stream of income, a little side hustle. You can, first off, you can use your Suno music to sell to people. For example, you can create, a free storefront, create, a free website, if you will, and you can take custom song orders. You know, People like custom songs. You can have them, you literally see what you do with the music. You put the lyrics in and you put the style description in. And so that's literally what you're going to ask your customer. You're going to have them input that into that option when you make your website, or you have that on, one of your pages that you are selling things on digitally. It's just another digital tool. And so you can tell them to say, what kind of lyrics they would like. Is it a birthday song? Is it a love song? Give me some special details about your, relationship, or about that person. And then using AI, it will help you to create a song for that person. What kind of style is it? Is it a Caribbean song? Is it, a K-pop song? Is it a Christian song? Is it gospel? Is it, all of those things? Is it rock? Is it lo-fi? Is it alternative? Is it whatever? Whatever. Is it to be funny? Is it a joke? Is it a humorous song? So you're literally could use that to monetize and name your own price. Name your own price, charge whatever you want to charge for your song, and deliver the files to your customers. And there's ways to do that in these, built-in one websites that you can do, such as Beacons and Stand. And I will show you those things in the near future on here as well. Because I do operate a Beacons website and a Stand store website simultaneously for two totally different businesses. So I actually have two Beacon stores and one Stand store. My Stand store is for like my plant stuff, one of my plant businesses. And so my Beacons is for my Sookie Pink universe. And then my other Beacons is just for my personal everything that I do. So whenever you are doing that, that's just another option, doing custom songs for people. You don't even have to have a storefront. You can just say, hey, look, I'm doing custom songs. You can do some clips. You can say, hey, this is from a customer. You can make up the damn song. Say it's from a customer. You don't want to like not be honest or whatever, but whatever you feel like you need to do. Okay, that's nothing I can't control nobody on that, but just letting you know that's another way. So I have not delved into that yet because I have so many things on my plate. So I have not even set that option up yet. But another option is monetizing off of streams. So clicks, plays, listens to your music. And that's where we get into DistroKid and distributing music to all of these different sources, to Spotify, to Snapchat, to Apple Music, to Amazon Music, and so on and so forth, to YouTube, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to share my screen one more time, one more time, one more time, one more time. So I'm not going to get too much in the back end of my DistroKid, but this is DistroKid. This is a well known music distributor. Is it the only one? No, but they have made it accessible to folks like me Just regular degular folks. It's not expensive. They do have different add-ons that you can do whenever you create a song. This is not going to be a DistroKid tutorial because that's a totally different video that we don't have the brain power to deal with today. I don't have the brain power. I'm pooped. So these are songs that I have released through DistroKid. This is distribution. This is how they package up the song. This is how they send it out to these streaming services for the public to stream. Okay. So this keeps up with clicks, it keeps up with plays, listens across all of the platforms. Who's tuning into your music? If marketing, you're marketing, you have to market these songs. So they're just not going to pop up out of the blue. Um, but it's all about SEO optimization. It's all about the name. It's all about, the things that you put in on the back end to get people to search and tag. Whenever you have people who follow your music, I do have a couple followers, I think like 30 or 40, and you have some followers on there, they get updates on new music drops, new cover art, all of those things. So it is a way to help just keep getting your name out there and getting your songs out there, however you're doing it. I created all the artwork to all of these. Of course, I used AI for most of those. I use my same character that I've been using, and just these are all singles. These are all the singles that I've dropped with the names. Over here on the right, this tells you where the song was released to and distributed to for listening. Okay. All of these things you see here, all of these things you see here, these are the streaming platform. So they get delivered to 25 streaming platforms and stores. I mean, even down to the iTunes where people are buying ringtones. That's still a thing. Like, I think some of them I had free, but some of them I sent for like 99 cents. Somebody want to buy the ringtone, child? Buy the ringtone, baby. That's just another way to monetize. But this is mostly off of clicks and plays. So it takes a lot longer to monetize. You really have to put out a lot of music. So I've just been experimenting with this. It's been cool. I think it's pretty dope. They have different ways to help you to um market your songs. As you can see here, they have a merch store. You can launch your store and it'll have merch that has, your artist on it, your artist photo and things like that, album cover pictures and shit like that on there. So I think it's dope. I love DistroKid. There are some technicalities and like contractual things that you should read when you're looking up in the policies and the contract and things like that, commercial rights versus copyright versus this and that. All of those things you need to do your due diligence in if you're trying to do this on any type of serious level. I'm not, but you just never know. Okay. So protect yourself, protect your music if it's something that's important to you. Okay. So this is how you distribute across these types of platforms. This is just one way. The easiest, quickest, cheapest method of doing so. So if somebody goes to, Spotify and they hear my song and they play my song or that I get those analytics and I will be able to see those analytics here in DistroKid. If someone buys, something as a ringtone, you'll get those things and you'll get paid. The money will come to you that way. Is a lot of clicks that you have to have in order to like monetize just by that. But those are just options. Like, some people have a huge following. If you have a huge following and you want to throw some music out there for your following, like, that could be a huge opportunity to monetize, with music. So this was an impromptu live. I did an impromptu live yesterday, but y'all didn't see it. Hell, I didn't even see it. It didn't even connect. There was no music, no sound, no video, nothing. So I was over it. It wasn't, I think it was like 20 minutes long. So it really wasn't that long. But this is more of things that we'll be doing here. Of course, I will be doing my book reviews and book recommendations. When I finish this video, I'm actually going to finish editing a book review on a book that I read, like, finished reading like 2 weeks ago. But I'm just now getting to editing the actual video. And then I have more to record, more to edit. Editing takes forever, but I still love it. This is cool. I love the skills that I'm learning. Things that I had no idea even existed, in the tech world and in the creator world. So I have been learning a lot, been loving that. Um, so I was on the video yesterday. I was just kind of going into like the direction of this channel and what, the things that we are really here to do. And that is going to be my book recommendations, my book reviews on your thriller, horror, psychological, splatterpunk, slasher books. Okay. We will do some, a little bit of romance books here and there, especially if it's related to dark romance or black romance. We will also do live book reviews. We will have some more lives on here if I can learn how to work this shit. I don't know, y'all. It's not looking promising. We'll do more like digital marketing tools and strategies, ways to make money online. There are some ways that I'm making money online that I want to share. So I will be doing tutorials and ins and outs on that. It's going to be mostly books, digital marketing. You will hear things on my travel nursing journey as it continues 12 years later. You'll just see what that looks like for me. That's a normal part of my life. So I cannot go without mentioning it or putting some information out there for somebody that it may help. Save some, give somebody some information that may help them out in the long run, keep someone safe. You just never know. So that's what I'm here to do, spread information and knowledge and just share life. Um, if you are new here, bear with me. If you are not new here, thanks for coming back. Go through and like all the videos, comment. We will still do some pop culture. We will still do some relationship TV reviews. We will still do other things, some crime here and there. But books and plants and nursing and this digital marketing life is my life. So I do want to make sure that that's, wholly reflected in this channel. Um, all of the things that I do here is wholly reflective of me and my life and the things that I'm interested in and love. But for time restraint and purposes and in order to try to niche down a little bit more, I know I do a lot of shit, but I just niche down a little. We are going to limit some of the, you know, like Love Is Blind stuff. Like we're going to definitely do Love Is Blind, but in the future, it won't be a lot of the other shows or the other things happening. The happenings that are happening. So come back here for more book reviews, house care, plant care, because that is my lane. Nursing is my lane. That is my life. That is what I do. Um, and all of the things in between. So, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to hear and what you want to see because I will tailor that to what the audience wants to hear and see as well. So, it's not only about me, it's about, what the audience wants and what we want to hear. What do we want? Y'all let me know in the comments. I'm going to end this live, child. Do I know how to do it? Yeah, I see the button, child. Come back. Nurse Brook Talks channel. Thank y'all for bearing with me. We're going to try to do this again another time. Okay, y'all. Y'all have a good evening.